Today, the 26th of March, President Uhuru Kenyatta was in State House meeting elders from the Gema Nation with a host of Jubilee leaders trying to cement support for Raila Odinga in Gema. On the other side, Ledama Olekina, Jalango, Babu Owino, and Sabina Chege were in Narok North for the second day, because yesterday they were in Narok South, and these fellas have been campaigning in Narok, all the Azimio campaigns. On the other side, the Azimio Women League, led by Ida Odinga and a host of other women reps, were in Meru for another event on Azimio campaigns. Raila Odinga was in Kakamega for the second day, because yesterday he was also in Busia. So the Kakamega rally was attended by Peter Kenneth, Opiyo Wandayi, Junet Mohammed, and Martha Karua. And I also need to mention that Hassan Joho is not still in the campaign trail, because after coming from UK with Raila, I think he fell sick and is still taking a bed rest. That's what we understand. Then there is this photo here of Sabina Chege with UDA chairman Johnson Muthama. Now, allegedly, according to what we have gathered, is that this photo was taken at Wilson Airport. Sabina Chege was flying, I think it was in one of the cafeterias. So Sabina Chege was flying to Narok, while I think the UDA chairman was heading to Mombasa. But I've seen the UDA bloggers running away with the photo, and now trying to insinuate that there is maybe realignment or Sabina Chege is heading there, even though I'm not disputing it, because I also see Sabina Chege trending in Twitter. The question here is, where is Kalonzo Musyoka? Why is he not been integrated in the Raila Odinga's mainstream campaigns? Or why is he isolating himself? And does it worry Kalonzo and Gideon Moi that Martha Karua have already taken her seat, the front seat in Azimio campaigns, the mainstream campaigns? And so I have always had my skeptics with Kalonzo Musyoka. So in this video, let's look at why Kalonzo Musyoka has not yet joined the mainstream campaigns by Azimio la Umoja. Remember, after the Kalonzo Treasure moment in Jacaranda, Raila flew to UK with Charity Ngilu and some other fellas, I think even Peter Kenneth. Then the next day, Kalonzo campaigned with Gideon Moi in Tharaka Nithi. Then after that, he retreated to his Sekuru home, and he's been campaigning in Ukambani. It is during that time that he mentioned that he wants zoning so that other parties do not field candidates in Ukambani. Then after that, he's been here and there. They met the president at some point, and now he's been very cozy with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. But all in all, he's not in the mainstream campaigns. There are only two issues. One, he's isolating himself, or two, he's not been integrated in those campaigns. Which one do you think of the two? Now, ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell just above the subscription button, so that when we publish a video, you will be notified. By the way, if you look at, I looked at the rally in Kakamega. It was a success because I think Raila went there to also endorse some candidates. Fernandez Baraza was endorsed for governor. Tindi Mwali was also given a direct ticket to vie for an ODM ticket. And yeah, and so that is a bit of what happened there. So why is Kalonzo not there? That is the question. Everyone else is campaigning. Azimio is getting momentum. As Moses Kure says, kila mtu anavaa jezi. And it seems the train has left the station, but he's not there. One, Kalonzo wants to join the mainstream campaign in Azimio la Umoja with the President Uhuru. But how about if President doesn't join now? The problem here, and I think by default, he should see that President Uhuru Kenyatta wants the running mate, is not really so much into him. They wanted just make sure that he is not in Kenya Kwanza and he sticks in Azimio la Umoja, so that they can find the space to campaign in Ukambani and of course to avoid that fallout. But according to him, he actually feels like, I think he's in the stature of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and so Raila should just run his campaigns at the appropriate time. Things when it comes just going to add votes. But I want to tell you why that is going to be detrimental on his side. And the reason why this is still happening, he's still sitting to join, waiting to join the president, is two reasons. The running mate demand. He has insisted, and I think recently the MPs Dan Maanzo and Senator Mutole Kalonzo Jr. and I think Eno Kwambua gave demands that they're only going to accept a Raila Kalonzo ticket. So Kalonzo wants to be the running mate. Because if he has already supported Raila unconditionally, as it is said, and for me, I think I'm on record on this channel saying that the support was not unconditional. It was not unconditional. That is why Kalonzo was saying that there were issues and Raila was delaying to sign. If it was unconditional, Raila wouldn't have maybe delayed in signing, but it was conditional. So the call for him, the push for him to be Raila's running mate is still making him sit at the back. But this is the trap. The president and the president and Raila have maybe made up their mind that they're going to pick the running mate from Central. And it is in general public. Everyone else is demanding that Raila goes for a running mate in Central. So the more he continues to sit in the back seat and getting closer to the president, and the president is just bringing him closer so that he can easily implore on him to drop that running mate push, the more the Central Kenya team in Azimio are taking their their front seat around Raila Odinga. What he knows is that if he's not in the running mate, then he might not attract votes for the elective seats in Ukambani, or he doesn't want to sit in the back seat because that will not improve his chances in 2027. That is the demand that is making Kalonzo Musyoka not to make up his mind to join the mainstream campaigns. But it will be too late. Number two is the issue of beef with the three Ukambani governors. Kalonzo mentioned some time back here, if you remember very well, that when Raila is going to campaign in Ukambani, he will leave Charity Ngilu, Kivutha Kibwana, and Alfred Mutua to welcome Raila in Ukambani, but he doesn't want to share a podium with the three governors. So where is the call for unity? Because Azimio is calling for unity. Then when he's drawing those lines, and he's drawing those lines because of party politics and very simple thing on Ukambani kingpinship. So he doesn't want. I think at some point maybe Raila might have invited him. Let's go to Kakamega, but he didn't because he feels that somewhere Charity Ngilu or Kivutha Kibwana or one of these leaders is going to be there. So which seat does he want? Because at the end of the day, Raila needs all. Raila needs him and the three governors. So that is also one of the reasons why he is still sitting back and is still not committed to join. The beef with the three Ukambanis is something there. Now, there is this one here that I'm giving him this because of the aspirants nomination. Kalonzo, one thing is a politician that is experienced. I think he's experienced, especially on matters coalition and party politics. Now, what he knows is the tours that Raila is doing now partly is to popularize ODM candidates and also to fish for aspirants. For example, when he was in Kakamega, he snatched Cindy Mwale from DAPK, and also Fernandez Baraza was the ODM candidate for governor in Kakamega, and he endorsed him. So what Kalonzo is feeling is he doesn't still want to escort Raila in these campaigns, and there are fairly areas where ODM is strong, and according to him is adding strength to Raila candidates during those rallies. So he would most likely, I think, he's still sitting back to wait for the nominations, and when nominations are done, it can be sorted. The reason why this is also an issue, because the issue of party zoning. Kalonzo is insisting that in Ukambani, Wiper should be given the monopoly of fielding the candidates so that the other Azimio affiliate parties are not allowed to field candidates. But the question here is, that is why, and that is why Charity Ngilu had an issue with the signing, because he was demanding that. So the question here is Wiper Party the only Ukambani party? There is Maendeleo Chap Chap. There is the is it Muungano Party by Kivutha Kibwana and the other, and the Charity Ngilu one. So he didn't want the Charity Ngilus and the other to field candidates, and Charity Ngilu is going to vie with NAC to field candidates through those parties so that it become exclusively Wiper. But again, some of those parties are from the members of those parties or party leaders are from that area. So I believe that could be he's still sitting back and have not really been there. But then, could it be that the campaign team have not yet integrated him there? So why? Martha Karua just got in the other day and is already there. And she is already there. So why is it that they are not still including Kalonzo? That is a question that only I think Kalonzo himself can answer. Maybe there is still sense of mistrust. There are a lot of information and a lot of maybe top secrets around Raila and the presidency that they're still not yet sure they want to release to him. Because also another contentious issue is the campaign financing. If you refer to the document that Kalonzo released in the 2017 Secret Pact with Raila, they were supposed to share campaign resources. So could that still be a point now as we talk about 2022? Ladies and gentlemen, that's my analysis. And what do you think of this Kalonzo isolating himself from mainstream campaigns in Azimio?